Molotov off on catwalk, so they can't push out that angle, but First still above on the connector, and they're both gonna walk through. First should peek out at any moment. Doesn't matter, ZQK and Steel get it, it's over. Just like that, Cloud9 get obliterated against the Brazilians. Kaboom, I don't think anyone saw that coming, and Cloud9 looks stunned, they look speechless. And watch out, world, Brazil's got a contender. They look so good as a team right now.
Yeah, honestly, like to see that kind of team play, to see the executes, to see this individual skill, I'm super excited.
ZQK pushes towards Pasha, fallen, and so have Keen. Virtus Pro have destroyed Keen on map 3.
Still well put to Keen. Like, they had a great showing this tournament, and I think they kind of proved everyone wrong that, you know, nobody else other than America and Europe can actually play well in these events.
Here goes the first set of nades to force Cold out of this position. There's the peak, and Olifighter makes it happen. Fnatic are the faces, Season 3 Fnatic champions.
They played different maps against different teams, had very decent results. They just changed 2 players. I mean, they should just look forward and just try to focus on their weaknesses, but this is just something to build on.
Falling, trying to move close here, mid-air shot on Guardian, he tries again, he's still got a little bit of health left, jumps around, Fallen, he gets that shot, and now it's seized in a one-on-one, and Fallen, you can tell, he wants to carry his team back here. Is he gonna see it Fallen? Oh, there's the shot! He gets all 3 kills! What a legend!
What a legend.
If we have to travel a lot, if we have to go to the moon and back to be champions, we will, man.
Once, Luminosity, and eventually SK Gaming, were on top of the world. With back-to-back major wins and an era to call their own, they had turned Brazil into a Counter-Strike powerhouse, and every player on the team was a person to be feared. But those players, those results, and that era have all dwindled into mediocrity. So what happened to South America's greatest talent? By 2016, the all-Brazilian Luminosity Gaming lineup had transformed. They'd gone from crowdfunding their way to a tournament as Kaboom Gaming to becoming the dark horse at the MLG Columbus Major. Fallen, Fur, Taco, Coldzera, and FNX were tactical, aggressive, and above all else, hungry to prove themselves.
Wow, well, that was a bit of a knockout blow, wasn't it? Fur going to be going down. FNX trying to sneak in here, and he drops to Freiburg, in fact, but Coldzera and Taco coming back into it. It's all now on Forrest and Freiburg to try and stay alive here, and they won't. Coldzera and Fallen to end it 16-5 in favor of Luminosity Gaming, and they are going to move on in the group.
They made quick work of the group stage, defeated an aggressive Virtus Pro in the quarterfinals, and made one of the most incredible comebacks in Counter-Strike history against Liquid in the semis.
Here he comes once again. The first base is a Dren. He's going to hit the ground there. It's Cold. Oh, what? A jumping double from Cold. What is going on right now? How does he do this? Cold has saved Luminosity with the all play. Unthinkable scenes there on the B apartments. They needed a huge play, but that was something I'm never going to see ever again.
I have no words to describe. Oh my. Holy. Okay.
Eco making its way around the smoke. With the spam, he will spot Taco, but that's it. Luminosity with a comeback from 15-10. An amazing play from Cold with the AWP all the way back into overtime, into a victory.
10 rounds in a row for Luminosity.
Hiko needs a big play to save his team in this round, and he's got a guy going towards headshot. It's Fur. The spray comes in, the flames are making it difficult, but what can Hiko do? He's got FNX jumping through the smoke, and Adren needs a 1 versus 4 retake with an AWP. And there it is, Cold is going to take his head off, and Luminosity will find themselves in the grand finals against Na'Vi.
It's like a completion, a dream for us. We have been fighting so much in the last years to get here. The more we're playing, I think we're getting resilience. I think this team is evolving, is getting more experience. And have to believe every time on our team, we have excellent players and we can manage to come back. And I think this was the greatest series I have ever won.
LG were on the verge of making history, with only Na'Vi left in their way.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it comes. Na'Vi and Luminosity Gaming in a best-of-3 grand finals. for the MLG CSGO Major Championship. Now they've been winning every single one so far. Could they do it a 7th time here? C is going to be picking up and taking out Fallen, just spraying with that M4A1, and FNX in the corner. He's out in the open here. He still wins the fight, goes for the peek. He knows Edward's there. He sprays, and there it is. He gets the triple kill, and Luminosity are in the grand finals. Finally, it's going to be 6-1. Fallen hiding behind the boxes. They need that second round. Luminosity is going to reset them, and there it is. The captain of the Brazilian team picking up a 2nd kill for himself. Such a tough round to win here. Luminosity, they're trying to make it back in. Another 2 kills, and we'd be going to overtime. Seized. He has the Molotov. He's going to try and put it out. Gets the spray down. Kills 1 further. The refrag now all on Edward. He's out there. The bomb is ticking away. He gets the first kill in, but he can't get it. The Molotov not going to save the round, and we are going to overtime. And Edward has to clutch it again. It's now a 1v2. They've got almost no health. He can definitely do this. He looks for the shot. He gets the 1 kill in, and there's her picking it up. And Luminosity winning on Mirage. They don't even have a kit or any grenades picked up right now. Zeus, just too many bullets coming his way. Edward gets the 1 kill. He has to find another one for the quad. Taco around the corner. Edward making the jump, looks the wrong way. He turns around for it, but Taco, he's going to do it for the double. And Navi, they lose the round. Luminosity 14-2. And now it is a 1-on-2. Taco looking to see if he can close it out here and win it for the Brazilians. It's going to be a big turnaround there. Hits the headshot on Zeus, and now it's a 1-on-1. Guardian versus Taco. It may just be destined to be. And it's Luminosity winning their first major championship.
Fallen fulfilled a dream a decade in the making, and on top of that, LG's win solidified Brazil as a terrifying presence in the world of Counter-Strike. 2 months and 2 victories later, the boys from Brazil found themselves embroiled in a contract dispute that disqualified them from competing in E-League Season 1. The same roster emerged in time for ESL 1 Cologne under the SK Gaming banner, ready to dominate the cathedral of Counter-Strike.
The current reigning world champions, the best team on planet Earth, and in the grand final for a 2nd consecutive time. They will walk away from this with only one thing on their mind, a 2nd consecutive title.
Elige opens up on 1. Cold is here trying to repeat the last round. He's got the first 2. He needs the 3rd one as well, and he gets simple. Cold Zero, just a rock of this team. Fallen going to be going down, but they will only get the 2 kills in. One last attempt here. FNX playing close to the train. He's going to be held up by Fur, and there's FNX finally coming through with a spray and takes down a kill. So now Elise, the last man left, and he drops. They need to get close to this shotgun. Taco picks up a kill. He's still alive. He gets 1 more. Cold Zero to close out the round and the half. It's going to be 10-5 favoring SK. He's got the pistol out there running him down, and just teamwork coming out right now from SK. Oh no! Fur, that's the 3rd kill in the round. My God, SK 2 rounds away. And now it's just all in the details. Easy for SK to pick it up here. Trying to walk through the smoke, but it's just not going to happen. SK Gaming, 2nd major championship in a row. They are your winners.
We started with 16 teams. We now crown the Brazilian side SK as the kings of Counter-Strike, the best Counter-Strike team in the world. The SK era is officially here. Gentlemen, the Brazilians now dominate the Counter-Strike scene. Duncan.
I mean, you can't argue with back-to-back majors.
Barring a few stumbles, SK spent the rest of 2016 and the majority of 2017 winning. IEM Sydney, ECS Season 3, and while it wasn't a major that year, they won ESL 1 Cologne 2 years in a row.
So Phelps could go. He doesn't even need to wait to go. They walk into it, it's lined up, and it's done! And SK, for the home of the organization, will take a 2nd straight ESL 1 Cologne championship.
But despite winning EPL Season 6 and ending the year on top, change was coming.
Send them home. The crowd is ready. We are at the flashpoint here at the Aganis Arena. Cloud9 in a 1 versus 4. Taco can't do anything. The pandemonium is 16 rounds, and Cloud9 are in the grand finals of a major tournament.
When you're considered the kings of a competitive scene, there's no room to breathe. You're fighting off hungry competition from all sides while just trying to keep your own house in order.
Flashbang going to go over the wall, and now that's going to be probably confirmation that they are coming. 17 seconds, a lot of grenades in. No one's seen Twist yet. Going to get the one kill, jumping down, picking up a second. A big double for Twist, and that leaves Fallen alone. He's going to go down, and Liquid do it, knocking out SK Gaming off the tournament and moving right into the semi-finals. A massive upset, a massive surprise for everybody involved, not least SK Gaming. I'm not sure they know what hit them on that first half.
And once you begin to slip, there's not a lot of room to course correct.
It's on Fur, all on Fur. Tournament on his shoulders. And Skadoodle with the op has looked hot in the last few rounds, has 2 kills. Stewie on 100 HP, still to watch the bomb, and as he walks in, it's a crossfire set. Stewie's just getting into position now, and he'll spot him crossing over. Cloud9 moves on, and SK go home.
So the team tried to change things up. They made changes to their roster, they changed sponsors entirely.
Gonna be another challenge for them facing the MIBR guys. That's of course the Brazilians plus Stewie, the former SK roster.
This double long setup may have no effect, but MIBR are taking their time to commit. They've got plenty of it, but they've still got so many aggressive positions. Scott B wins his fight, but low on ammo, a reload's needed. He does have the crossfire from Tizian, and the kills are firing in. Tizian's done it. It's just one man left up, and coldzera can't find the final kills. It's big, are going to the playoffs, and MIBR eliminated in group stages.
They even brought in a sports psychologist to help them with the mental aspects of the game while changing up their in-game strats.
The absolute last stand here for MIBR. Grenade, gonna maybe do a little bit. Tarek picking up 1 kill on Twist. I'm not sure why he wanted to fight that whatsoever, but a lot more damage actually coming in right now, and Tarek finding another kill on Taco, and it's all on Tarek. He almost gets the transfer, but not quite. 16-10 in favor of Team Liquid as they pick up the map win.
And unfortunately for MIBR, the struggles continue.
MIBR had tried it all. Their results still sucked, and the problems were piling up.
It's been called. He can tap the bomb, sure, but Breze finds the headshot, kills the first man. Fallen able to get the adjustment off, jumps on the bomb once more, Ben. In a one-on-one here, picks him out of the air, jumps back on it. Does he have time? He doesn't have it! MIBR are gonna be eliminated out of IEM Chicago. NRG take it as they lock it down 16-11.
That's surprising. I mean, Fallen was doing everything he could to get them back in that game, to be fair. But ultimately, the whole team needs to show up, right? This is a game that they shouldn't really be losing.
After MIBR's North American experiment with Stewie 2K and Tarek ended in early 2019, the squad decided to get back to their roots.
MIBR, they're legends of the game. They've been around forever. They have won a lot of tournaments. And now they're back to 5 of Brazilians. So they have this family thing in their team. And I think that's going to take them back to where they belong.
Zipex are rotating. They've got to stick together at this point, hope for the best. And there it is. Can you believe it? 16-2 in favor of MIBR against the #1 team in the world. What a convincing victory that is. Astralis didn't even get a chance to get going, Anders. Finally, some signs of life there for MIBR. Everyone's kind of took them out of the running completely. Their results speak for themselves, and rightly so.
They welcomed back Taco and eventually replaced Phelps with Lucas 1, who they welcomed from their old home of Luminosity Gaming.
Nossa, agora ele precisa do quinto player antes. O que poderá ser? Não sei, não.
But results didn't improve.
Santeros holds the flank, Throws coming towards him. Damage is being done, but the time is ticking. If Santeros picks this off, it might just be over. Fallen on his own. 1v4 is needed. He's got the first. He's pulled out the M4A4. He goes up the ladder, he's trying to fake it, trying to pull a player into his crosshair, but it's not coming just yet. As Fallen starts to dance, it will be it. God B takes away Fallen. A wonderful comeback from Big, and they will stay alive.
The new but familiar Brazilian lineup suffered its biggest setback when coldzera, an integral part of Brazil's championship-winning family, announced that he was stepping down from the roster.
Gosto do Cold pra caralho como pessoa, gosto dele como player, respeito ele pra caralho, é por isso que também, mano, tô respeitando a decisão dele. Você acha que o Cold jogaria na FaZe? Cara, não sei pra onde o Cold vai, velho, também não me importa pra onde ele vai, não.
MIBR is still going, and they're using Zeus, their coach, as a stand-in for Cold. But his departure really feels like the end of an era for Brazilian Counter-Strike.
We have to manage expectations for the viewer, right? And normally for the MIBR name, we know there's legends in that team. They've won majors, you know, no one's taking that away from them. Just in their current limbo period and state, MIBR, they are the walking wounded right now. This is the perfect environment for anybody to be picking up wins against them.
In the world of Counter-Strike, champions can rise and fall in a matter of months. At the end of 2016, coldzera was considered one of the greatest players in the world. Now, he's looking for a new home.
Então eu falei para eles,
Quando a gente fez a reunião em Colônia, eles falaram quem tá feliz e quem não tá. Quem não tá feliz, saiu do time, quem tá feliz, fica no time. Eu falei, eu não tô mais feliz, sou uma pessoa que sempre dei meu 110% e eu sinto que eu acho que não tá dando mais certo.
The reality is that even when that core roster was on top of the world, there were still problems behind the scenes. Both Taco and Coldzera had thought about leaving multiple times before they actually did.
Então, em 2018, eu tive a opção de sair do time. Eu não tava gostando de como as pessoas estavam lidando com a situação e eu queria sair.
We can speculate about infighting and broken relationships and leadership issues, and we can imagine all the scenarios that would cause a championship team to fall apart. But in the end, none of it really matters. What does matter is that a handful of players who put South American Counter-Strike on the map are a shell of their former selves. But they don't have to be. The members of that team have shown us that they have what it takes to be champions. And they could show us again. After all, they've been the underdogs before.
I want this team to be remembered as not only getting there, it's how we got there. Everyone said we couldn't do it. Everyone said we didn't have the talent. And we did it way different than everyone else in the world. That's how I want us to be remembered.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.